Hey, what's going on, you guys? I want to welcome you back to my channel, and I hope you guys are doing great. It is currently Friday, September 15th, 2023. And so, of course, the markets are closed and things like that. So I got a request to actually mark up gold for the weekly analysis. And so I'm going to mark this thing up from scratch and kind of show you guys what we're looking at for gold for the upcoming week. Okay. And for those who are, if this is your first time joining our channel or watching one of our videos, if you guys can click the like and subscribe button, be greatly appreciated. You can, that way you can be notified when videos like this drop. Every Sunday we do a analysis at 2 p.m. Central for the week, and you can also put requests in for the different pairs that you like to see marked up. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. So currently right now, we're looking at the daily time frame on gold. A couple things I can see right off the bat that from a long-term perspective, we can see gold had a high, higher low, higher high, and we can see that it broke structure in this area here, okay? And so that's one of the first things that I see. And we can tell from that break that price continued, down structure here. Okay, so we're bearish on gold from a daily perspective. All right, so from here, we're going to go ahead and mark this up. That way we can notate this. This was our daily break of structure. Okay, and then we can see gold kind of came up in this area, tapped into this level of supply here before it actually trickled down. So one of the things I like to do though, because I'm a very visual person, I like to mark up my highs and lows. That way I can visually see them, as opposed to just eyeballing it with my eye. And so on a daily time frame, I like to use these horizontal lines here, and I'll usually mark up my last 4 structural points. And I like to start from right to left. I'll start with the lowest point and the highest point because we're in a down structure. Let's see. We're gonna look at this one here, right there. All right. So that's how we kind of see our structure: lower low, lower high, lower low. And then currently right now, price has come up, it's actually tapped into this level of supply here. We got a couple points of liquidity that actually got taken out right here. And so that's pretty much what we're looking like from a daily perspective. All right, we can mark this up here just to kind of, see. To me, it's already kind of past that mark, so we're not going to really worry about that. So let's drop over to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, now one of the things that we like to do, we like to play off of the 4-hour structure when we're trading. And so from here we can see from a 4-hour perspective that we're bullish. Okay, and from that point we can see here we have a higher high, higher low, higher high. Price is down here, but it hasn't broken this area as far as body closures as of yet. Okay, so let's check it out. If we do a horizontal line here, oh, I take that back. We actually do have body closures. Okay, so we actually have a break of structure to the downside on the H4 time frame. Okay, and because of that, I'm looking for the continuation of the daily to actually continue down with this current structure. Okay, so from a daily, let's look at something right quick. Let's go ahead and take our Fibonacci tool from the top to the bottom, and we can see that price has tested within our discounted pricing within our 50% area up in here. Okay, we utilize this as our daily golden zone. We can see that we've gotten a retest up in this area. Okay, we can remove our fibs, that way our charts are a little bit more cleaner. And then from a 4-hour perspective, we're going to mark that up. That way we understand that we got a break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so we got that break of structure because we got body closures. Whenever we get body closures on structure, I deem that as a break of structure, or some might, consider that as a change of character, chalk, cho, whatever you want to call it. Okay, So from that point, we can see that price is actually resting within the supply zone here, and it gave a reaction. Okay, we have a supply zone here, which is on our 4-hour time frame. This is a 4-hour supply. And then we can also see that we have another supply in this area here that hasn't been mitigated yet. So price could come up to this area here. And price can also come up to this area here. Okay, so we have a couple areas that we can deem as point of interests for price to actually tap into. I'm going to move this over a little bit. But right now we can see that we have a reaction to this particular supply zone here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and drop it down to our 15-minute time frame. This is the time frame that we kind of form our bias on, kind of determine where the market is. This is where we kind of look for our structure to actually trade against. Okay, one of the things that we can see, you know what, let's visually mark up our 4-hour first. Oh, we got that breaker structure, so we don't have to worry about that part. All right, let's go back to the 15-minute. So on the 15-minute time frame, we want to mark up the structure that we can see currently right now. All right, and one of the things that I see on the 15-minute is down in this area here. We had a 15-minute breakup structure right here. Okay, this wick here is liquidity. All right, we're not going to really worry about that. All right, 15-minute breakup structure in this area here. And if some want to use that because it looks a little weird, you actually can, because we still have body closures above that point. And so from that, we can see we had a breakup structure and a retest in this area here. Okay, kind of coming down to this imbalance area here. All right, still unmitigated in this area, and we probably get that, you know, once the 4-hour structure start to continue in its structure from that breakup structure. All right, so we can actually notate this as a point of interest that price has not mitigated yet. This is a 15-minute demand zone. Okay, price has not mitigated that yet, but we can see once we got that breakup structure and that retest, we can notate our structural points from the 15-minute. Okay, so from here we got higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, I'm sorry, higher low. We got higher high, higher low, and then price, let's see, yep, price gave us an impulse all the way up here. Okay, so our structure currently right now, one second, yes, that's the high one. So our structure currently right now from the 15-minute perspective is, this is our 15-minute strong structural point here, and our 15-minute high is up in this area here. Okay, so we can kind of play off these two areas. This is the 15-minute structure that we're looking at. So one of the things that I'm looking for, because we're currently already in a daily golden zone area, we need to look at our 4-hour structure just to see exactly on our Fibonacci if it's in discounted area as well. So it did wick up in this area in between the 61.8 and 50%. So we are within the range that we're wanting to be, but I want to see it, like I said, I want to see if price will come up kind of wick into this area here or even this area here. Okay, so we're gonna move this over a little bit. That way we can notate our golden zone on the 4-hour as well. Okay, That way we can kind of understand where we are within the market. All right, so those are a couple of things that we're looking at for the daily. I'm sorry, on gold. So currently right now, like I said, we're resting within this the supply zone here, and on our 15-minute structure, we're still bullish. So the ideal scenario would be for price to come up, tap into this, possibly give us a breaker structure, retest on a 15, and we can continue structure to the downside. If we come over to the daily, let's get our daily target as to what we are actually looking for gold to achieve. Okay, so if we take our Fibonacci tool from the top to the bottom, one of the things we want to look at for a first potential target, long-term swing target, would be right around 1857 area. And so just to be conservative, I would say 1860. So for those who are swing traders and things like that, we want to look at possibly 1860 for our daily target. Put that on the bottom. So that's ultimately what we're looking for. That's a completion of our fib from a daily perspective. That's what we're looking at, you guys. Let's take a look at something else. Let's look at our daily candles and look what they look, trying to see what they look like. Okay, we got a push up to the outside with some exhaustion here. We go on to the 4-hour. We can see we ended the week with a doji here, almost looking like a dragonfly doji, and then price actually closed below this area here. So we'll be patient and see exactly what the market gives us. But like I said, ultimately, I'm looking for price to reach this daily target, but that's going to take a while. The ideal scenario would be for price to come up, tap into these levels of supplies, and then shoot to the downside. Hey, you guys, hopefully this helps you guys for the upcoming week. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video.